As always, if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. That was very rude, Mr. Truck. I'm talking! How dare he? Hello everybody, my name is Kelsey and we're about to get very, very nerdy with my February TBR. Because of course we're entering February now, the shortest month of the year, I wanted to put the most amount of books on this list because I have no chill. But I have narrowed it down to still like 10, but like some that I think I can do. I did also try to do a lot of romance in this month because February, obviously. Now a couple of the books here don't actually fit in that theme, which will make sense when I get to them. I'll do those first. But otherwise, everything that I have picked out has been for this theme. Let's hope that my TBR jars are nice to me and also do something that's slightly romancy. That would be lovely, but we'll do this at the end of the video. But let's go through everything I'm planning on reading in February because it's a lot. The very first one that I'm going to be reading, hopefully, is The Miserable Mill by Lemony Snicket. This is the fourth in this series. If you've been on my channel for a while, you know that I am rereading this series with Serena from A Wandering Mind. I'll make sure to leave her link, as always, down below because you guys should really check her out. I've read the series before, she hasn't, so this is just the next installment in the story. They are at a mill, and the first three books I know really, really well, and then from then on, like 4 through 6 or 7, I know like moderately well, and then from like 9 to the end, I don't remember a thing about them. The series of unfortunate events follows 3 siblings, Violet, Klaus, and Sunny, whose parents die in the very first one, and they go to this evil cousin, uncle person named Count Olaf, who just wants their money because their parents were very, very rich. They're trying to run away from him, and he's just trying to keep getting their money. So this is their next adventure with him. Now, the next book is one that I am reading with a couple of my real-life friends, and we're not trying to finish this one in February. We're trying to finish it by March, but I need to read the first half of it in February, and that is The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. This is one that I think I saw first on, oh my gosh, whose channel was that? It was someone on YouTube that, like, right as I started, I saw this book, and it sounded really, really interesting. I'm a little scared to read it. It's like, I don't even know how long it is. It's not even 500 pages. It's like 470, but like the font is super tiny. Anyway, I don't have to finish this one by the end of February. I just need to be halfway done with it by the end of February, so this is on my TBR because I need to start it. I don't know a whole lot about this book, which I think is good going into it, but what I do know is it follows a boy who finds this book called The Shadow of the Wind and devours the book, is obsessed with it, loves it, tries to learn more and read more by this author, but finds out that like someone or something has been trying to get rid of the copies of this book and all of the other works that this person has written, and that this kid might have the only copy left. So it's like a mystery, and I'm really intrigued by this story. I'd mention it since I am trying to read some of it in February. Alright, going now into my romance books, if you will. The first one is one that I just recently picked up. It's in my January haul, so spoiler for that video. But it is Bringing Down the Duke by Evie Dunmore. I'll be honest, I know like zero about this book. I just know it's romance and historical fiction, and Haley from Haley in Bookland really, I saw it first on Haley from Haley in Booklands. I cannot get her channel name right. Haley from Haley in Bookland's channel, and I looked it up and thought it was really, really cool, and I found this copy in a library that they were selling for like $1, and I said, yes, I do need that, thank you. But basically it follows our main character, Annabelle, and she is one of the first female students at Oxford University, and she is charged with finding an influential man to basically join their women's suffrage movement. And so she finds this duke and is trying to convince him that to join their cause basically, but he has other plans, which makes me think that they might get married. I don't know. This seems like a trashy romance with like substance. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, it gives me the vibes of a trashy romance, but it talks about the suffrage movement, which is not something that I've read a lot about in historical romance books, but I'm so there for it. It looks like so much fun. I just want to read it now. The next one is one that I've had on my TBR for a long time. I've owned it for a while, and that is Romancing the Throne by Nadine Joel Courtney. I found this at like a big bargain warehouse place. Like, the back says, 2 sisters divided by 1 prince equals 1 royal heartbreak. So from what I remember about this book, it's these 2 sisters who are on campus with a prince, and they're both vying for him. I think one was dating him at one point, and then convinces the sister to go to college, and then when she goes to college, she falls for this guy, and so they're basically like fighting over a prince. This seems like it's just going to be like super young YA, so I'm really worried about it. I still enjoy YA, but YA has definitely grown up in its writing, and this feels like it might be younger, but we'll see. I'm still intrigued by it. I still love royal romances. I love them so much. So I'm just willing to give this a chance. The next one is one that when I got it, I said I was going to read it before February. Clearly that didn't happen. But that is Of Curses and Kisses by Zendaya Minin. Now, this is an ARC copy. It doesn't come out until, I believe, the middle of February. I'll put the actual date down below so you guys know. It is basically a Beauty and the Beast retelling in like a private school. I love Beauty and the Beast. That's like one of my favorite Disney movies and just stories. I love that story so much. And I love Zendaya Minin's work. When Dimple Met Rishi, the first book that I read of hers, was amazing. I loved it so much. And I'm just really, really excited that she is starting a new series. This is the first in a new series. And like, that's all I needed to know was it was her and it was Beauty and the Beast. I told myself I was going to read this before it came out because I got the ARC in November. Here we are. But it just felt right to read in February. I'm just so excited for this one. I think this one's going to be really, really great. I see a lot of good, like, 4 and 5 star reads this month. The next one that I'm hoping to read is Jane of Austen by Hilary Manton Lodge. Now, this is a Sense and Sensibility retelling in modern day, but I'm really excited because a lot of the retellings that I've personally read are a lot of Pride and Prejudice retellings. I think that out of all of her novels is the most retold one, just because it's a well-known story. But I've never read a Sense and Sensibility one, except for the Sense and Sensibility and Sea Monsters. I will do anything for Jane Austen. So I'm really excited to read this one. I've had it long enough, and it's about time that I picked it up, and February feels like the appropriate time to do that. The last 2 books that I have before we get to the TBR jars are both part of the same series. So I'm going to do them together, and that is Heartstopper Volume 1 and 2 by Alice Oseman. She does have an online comic where like these books are online, so you can totally read them for free. You don't need the bind-ups of them, but I forgot most of the story. I've read probably what's in both of these books before, but I don't remember where I stopped. I don't remember where the story is, and the 3rd bind-up is coming out this year sometime, and I just love the story. I remember really enjoying it, and I want to go back in this. So this is kind of a reread in a sense. If you do not know what Heartstoppers is, that follows these 2 boys in a private school. One is openly gay and one is questioning his straightness, and it's just the 2 of them together, and they're just like, look at the covers. They're just beautiful little beans. I'm really excited about this. I've had these for a few months now, and I just need to read them, and I think they'll be really good, fast, quick reads that I can read in between some of my longer, heavier stuff. This might be a good break for when I'm reading In the Shadow and the Wind. I'm so ready. I'm so excited. All right, let's get the TBR jars and see what I've got. Let's do fiction first this time, because why not? I haven't added anything to my fiction. I've added things to my nonfiction as I've been getting a few lately. Okay, so that's, oh, I lost it. There's 1 and 2. Okay, this one is, can you read it? The Antidote. Oh, the Antidote! Let's see what the second one is. Yes, this one is Ashante. Okay. Ooh, I don't know which one to do. So, we'll talk about this one first. The first one I picked up was The Antidote by Shelley Sakier. I'll be honest, I totally forgot what this book was about because I was so obsessed with this cover. It's like my In my opinion, this is the most beautiful cover of any of the books that I own. I just adore this so much. And I've been putting off reading it because I'm afraid the inside is not going to be as nice as the outside. This is about a girl named Fee, I believe. Yes, in a world where magic is not so great. And like they basically, if you have magic, keep it hidden. And magic takes the form of like healing in this world. And her best friend is the crowned prince, and he gets sick. So she decides, well, if I just use a little magic, it'll be okay, and nobody knows. And it's about like all of the effects that that causes, and people are after her, and I'm excited. So that's the first one I picked up. And then the second one that I picked up was Ashante by Gita Trelease. And this takes place in France. It also involves magic and hiding magic. Ooh, she is a thick one. So this takes place during the time of Louis the 15th? 16th. Louis the 16th and Marie Antoinette. And it follows this girl named Camille, who basically, her parents have died of smallpox. It's her and her sister and her brother. And so she uses magic to like change coins into money so that she can buy the food and the medicine that they need to survive. And one day her brother is like not a great person and leaves with all of their family money. And so she enters the court of Marie Antoinette and Louis XVI. I'm so excited. This just screams French to me. French? That's not a word. French. Ooh. Okay, this is hard. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to go with The Antidote and put Ashante back in my jar, most honestly because of the size. I've got quite a lot on this list, and I think something smaller is going to be easier. Plus, I am really excited about this book. I don't know if romance plays a part in this. Probably not, and if it does, it's really minimal. But this one makes me more excited, so I'm going to pick up this one this month. Let's see what nonfiction has in store for me. Let's see. Oh, that one stuck out, so we'll pick that one. And this one. The first one that I picked out is, can you read it? Does that say Love Lucy? Oh, yes. And then the second one is London's Strangest Stories. Okay. So the first one that I picked out was this little beautiful, small, tiny memoir by Lucille Ball. It's called Love Lucy. It's literally her autobiography. I'm really intrigued. I know very little about her life, but I do really, really enjoy I Love Lucy, the TV show. It's like, it's my favorite. It's like one of my favorite TV shows ever. I have almost all of the seasons, and I've seen almost all of the seasons, but this is just about her life, and I think it would be fun. Ooh. Anyway, so that's the first one that I picked out. And then the second one I picked out is one that I've got really, really recently. I believe it was in my December haul. And it's this one. It's called London's Strangest Tales. But it's just a book of small stories about London. And they're all true. I think I'm going to go with Love Lucy for this month, just because love. But also this one's been on my TBR for literally the longest time. Honestly, this might be one of the books that I still currently own that has been on my shelf the longest. I think I'm going to pick this one up. I think it's just going to be a nice little fun biography that I can read, and it's got these fun pictures in the middle, which I love. And like I said, I've had it forever, and I should learn more about this woman that I'm very intrigued by. So I think I'm going to pick this one up and put London's Strangest Stories back in the jar. Okay. Oh! She is unsturdy. So these are the 10 books that I want to read in February. Granted, 2 are graphic novels, so that's okay. And honestly, there's only about 3 or 4 that are really, really... Okay, she's gonna fall. There's only about 3 or 4 that I, like, need to read in February. The rest are just ones that I would like to read. But yeah, The Antidote and Love Lucy from the TBR jars. I'm happy with those. That's all I've got for you guys today. If you've read any of the books that I mentioned, please let me know your thoughts on them. Let me know a book that you are planning to read in February, your favorite romance book, whatever you want to let me know down below. I would love to chat with you guys. As always, if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below if you want to be part of this awesome growing family. And I will see you guys in my next video.